EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Space City, Houston, Texas, and NRG Stadium. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks and the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup, and I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
They'll run here. This is Devon Achane, and he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Seahawks first down.
They'll go play action. It's Smith. And left side. It's caught. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. How about this one, too, to start the drive? Mark him off with a gain of 24 and another first down.
First down, Seahawks.
They'll run right here. It's Achane. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Back's doing everything in his power to try to get that ball around the edge to the boundary, but just great pursuit there by this linebacker, staying with his angles, running through contact, and he makes the play behind the line.
A second down throw for Smith. This one into the hands of Marshall. Give him 14 on that one. First down, Seattle.
That's another Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 27.
A run out of the gun with Achane. And he's in. Devon Achane. Touchdown, Seattle.
Touchdown, Seahawks.
And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Carlson's kick is good. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. To the air right away is Manning. Catch made right side. It's Johnson. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 1. Here's the first carry for the Iowa State Cyclone, David Montgomery. And they'll stretch him out to the sideline, but he'll be taken down for a loss.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
Now a 3rd and 2. On the play fake, here's Manning. And that is incomplete. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And it's going to lead to 4th down.
And the defense knew they had to be ready for anything here on 3rd and short. They decided to put the ball in the air, and they might have been better off keeping that ball on the ground because that defense was ready for it, and they were all over it.
They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. And the Seahawks are going to take over at their own 41-yard line.
Well, that's the fast start they talked about all week, Mike. You come out, you take the immediate lead with your opening drive. Your defense goes out there, they force a turnover early. All these plays allow you to just keep stacking momentum early in this ball game. This game is far from over, but anytime you get out to a start like this, it is a lot harder for your opponent to battle back.
They'll start on the ground. It's A-10. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down.
12 yards to go.
Here we go. 53.
Working out of the gun, Smith. He'll look deep for Pittman. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
They'll go. Smith. Again, working deep downfield. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away.
You know, Mike, I'm all for being aggressive. There are definitely times where you have to go for it on your side of the field. I'm just not sure if at this point in the game, this was one of them.
From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To the air, it's Peyton. And open downfield, it's Johnson. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Texans, 1st down.
A run up the gun with Montgomery. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So after 1, it's the Seahawks with the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment. It's Texans football. Quarter number 2 begins. They've got it looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. To the air is Manning. That is caught, and he's in. DeAndre Hopkins. Touchdown, Texans.
And this is what good offenses in the NFL do, Mike. It's the ability to bounce back, even if the onset of the game doesn't go exactly according to plan. Everybody wants to take their opening possession and go down there and come away with a touchdown. But it's not always going to be perfect. You turn it over on possession 1. What are you going to do in response on possession 2? Well, we just got our answer, and they took it down for 6.
We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a
Their
touchdown.
own 35-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on 1st and 10. Here's Gino. Pushed out to his left. And he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
All these defensive linemen, I promise you, they all want sacks. That is how you get paid. That is how you make your name. But it's also the other plays where you can affect the quarterback. Can you make them feel uncomfortable? Or in this case, we don't get the sack, but it was the hit that's able to alter the pass to fall incomplete.
That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He'll air it out down the middle. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Keanu Neal.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And then every once in a while, one just gets away, and that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
Hold the ready.
Looking to throw is Manning. That is intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merritt. Still going. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
That's about as bad as it can possibly get, Mike. You're only one play into the drive. You're trying to establish a little early rhythm, get something going, and now you're jogging off the field watching your opponent celebrate in the end zone. So they're going to have to come back out here on offense pretty quickly, regroup, take a deep breath, and try to bounce back.
Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14, Texans 7.
Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off following the touchdown on the other end. Johnson now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here's Manning. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
They go play action with Manning. Got a man open downfield on the crossing route. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
A gain of 19 yards.
It's a gain of 19 in the air. It's good for a Texans first down.
At the 47-yard
The defender
line.
has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning.
49-yard line.
2 minutes remain here in this first half.
Brings up 2nd
Greg and I
and 9.
back from Houston in a moment. It is 2nd and 9.
18, go! 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger. Take go.
To throw, it's Manning. He completes it to Marshall. And he will go all the way. Touchdown, Houston. Now, the extra point.
For the extra point.
It's up and good. And the Texans will tie things up. We are all even at 14.
Adam Vinatieri set to kick off.
We are all square. 14 apiece the score as this one's away. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get a chance to catch their breath over on the sideline.
Hey, we go, sit on. Get ready to get sit on. We're good.
Marshall is on the move. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Throwing on 2nd down. Smith. Now a screen set up for H.N. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 7 yards. And it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 4.
Hey, we go, here we go. We know this shit. Come on, sit on.
That's Gino. And that is incomplete.
And this offense just cannot get anything going right now on 3rd down. If you ask any offensive play caller throughout the entire league, Mike, the importance of 3rd down, maintaining possession, making the defense stay on the field and have long extended drives, it is critical to not only scoring points, but ultimately winning in the NFL.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. Gino gonna throw for it. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on down.
It's a turnover on down.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this 1st down.
Back to throw is Manning. He'll look underneath here for Montgomery.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
2nd down, they need 7. Manning. Left side into the hands of Hopkins. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
And the Texans 1st down.
Peyton going to look to throw. He'll look Hopkins' way again. This is also complete. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Here's a handoff to Montgomery. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So D'Amico Ryans will bring on the field goal unit. Timeout Seahawks. That is their 2nd. We'll talk things over before 3rd down. The Texans going to turn things over to their field goal unit. This a 31-yard attempt. The kick is perfect right down the middle. And the Texans move out in front. The new score, 17-14.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
3 points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Johnson now to return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
On the ground, Montgomery to start the drive. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. That's the way to get started, a pickup of 17 and a very quick 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Second down, Montgomery. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line, and next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
3rd and 6. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes.
You find yourself trailing coming out of the halftime break. Your defense is going to start on the field. And, man, what a great way to get this half started. Keep this game within 1 possession, get the ball back to your offense, and see what they can do.
The Texans getting all set to punt. And not the greatest of results here. This is going to hit the field of play and continue out of bounds.
22-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. On the ground to start the drive, it's Achane. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
They send Jackson, the tight end, in motion. They'll stay on the ground with Achane. He's going nowhere. Losing yardage on that play.
How often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back? But not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways.
That's going to be intercepted. That's the linebacker, Blake Cashman. What a time for a pick six for the defense. As the other team is trying to get themselves right back in this one, the defense extends the margin with the pick six.
Yeah, just a critical moment. You find yourself on defense, Mike, trying to hang on to this lead. And not only do you do that, you pick six them, and you're able to extend that lead.
An extra point attempt to follow. The kick is good. And the Texans go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here comes a return from the 3. And he will only be able to muster the 20-yard line on that return.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Marshall is on the move. Play action now. It's Geno. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
A second down throw for Smith. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at. And that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea of what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch. And in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Just his first catch. They have held him in check so far. But that one gives him a first down. So, first and 10 now from the 30. On the handoff, this is Achane. He'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
Great job there by the defensive lineman. You can see, Mike, why he is one of the best interior players in the entire league, using his strength and his speed to get through into the backfield, take the running back down for a loss.
And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. This is Madden Ultimate Team on EA Sports.
10 at the 45-yard line.
Couple of first downs has them out to the 45-yard line as it's first and 10. He'll look deep for Pittman. That'll be batted away. Incomplete. Coverage very strong defensively. It's second down.
Covered by Charles Woodson.
From the gun, it's Geno. He's going to look downfield once again. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Seahawks. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now Manning. He'll set up the screen to Montgomery. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
From the 35, here's second down and a yard. Throwing now, Manning. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead.
And it's just the last thing you can afford to do, especially in this situation. Like, there's just no need to force the ball. You're playing with a lead. It's late in the game, and I know he's got a lot of confidence in his arm, and he thinks he can get away with it, but that decision, it proves to be costly.
Jackson up. Someone's up. 53.
They'll drop to throw. This one into the hands of Marshall. He'll be taken down, but just like that, they are in business. It's first and goal.
And now, after that catch, they've got a chance here late, Mike. They've got enough time to try to move this thing down. I think they can win the game on this possession.
And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6. Second and goal.
Brings up second and goal.
One more time, it's A-Track. Hard running, close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short. This crowd doing everything they can before third and goal. They'll run with A-Track. And he barrels his way into the end zone. Savon A-Track. Touchdown, Seattle. That his second touchdown tonight.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
First and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here is first and 10. Throwing to begin this drive is Manning. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, and it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete.
And that's another brutal drop for an offense that has struggled to catch the ball up to this point. And yes, you can nitpick about ball placement and whatnot, but listen, the reality is at this level, if it hits your hands, you have to find a way to come down with it.
To the air, it's Peyton. Open man is Hopkins. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And now we're at the point of the game, Mike, where someone has to step up and make a play. It's exactly what this quarterback and his receiver did. It gives them now a fresh set of downs and a chance to go down and make this game very interesting.
And he'll be out of bounds. A pickup, though, of 6.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. He gets free. goes back the other way, a back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Daniel Carlson set to kick off.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Johnson now to return. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
Their own 27-yard line.
Here's first down. To the air is Manning. And he'll let it go deep for Johnson. And that is incomplete.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I would be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Another try, 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 19, Tiger, 19, 69,
Back to throw. He's going to dial up another deep ball. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. It's the Hall of Famer, Deion Sanders. And they will finally get to him as he's brought down near the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
Here we go. One final play. He's going to look for the home run ball. And the Texans are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching